to you all. Before we begin, I wanted to take a moment and reflect on the land on which the University of Toronto operates. I came to U of T some 25 years ago and to Canada some 10 years before that. And in this time, I have learned a lot about the history that has brought us here. And so I want to acknowledge that for thousands of years, this has been the land of the Huron-Wendat, the Seneca, and the Mississaugas of the Credit. Today, this meeting place is still home to many Indigenous peoples from across Turtle Island, and at the Faculty of Law, we are grateful to have the opportunity to learn, work, and build community together on this land. And in this spirit, I am thrilled to see so many of you here this evening as we kick off a year of celebrations of the 75th anniversary of the modern Faculty of Law at the University of Toronto. We have a lot planned for tonight and a tightly scheduled show, but I hope you'll indulge me for 30 minutes or so for me to at least give you a quick sketch of the faculty's illustrious history. Let me just find my notes. I could literally feel the hearts of the organizers of this carefully planned show, and probably many of you as well skip several beats just now. But you seem to have guessed, I was just kidding. There will be no speech from me tonight. Safe to say, we are incredibly proud to celebrate the 75th anniversary and also the enduring success of, simply put, a genius move. So look out for a variety of events throughout the year and mark March 27 and 28 in your calendars. We will close the year of celebrations with an event at which current faculty colleagues will reflect on pivotal, influential contributions of former faculty icons. And we hope to see you there. But now, as they say, sit back, relax, enjoy the show, and then each other's company at the reception over at the law school. We want you to connect and talk to each other, so no speeches there either. Have a wonderful evening.
Bob, it's your turn. I have some amazing news.
Probably want to name a storage closet after me.
Do you remember Law Follies? We want you to be the MC for a gala event inspired by Law Follies.
You are joking. My God. Look at this. Oh, what I've been waiting for. Oh, I like this. I can't believe I'm getting this kind of treatment from the law school at U of T after all these years. Count me in. Secretary General, I'm really sorry. I can't see you. I'm going to do something called the Law Follies. Bill, I know that you and Hillary asked us over for dinner next week, but there's just no way we can do this. I've got a much bigger thing on. It's called the Law Follies, and I just can't be with you both. Taylor, I know you wanted that song from me for your next show, but there's just no way I can do it. I know you're a big deal, but I've got a much bigger thing on. It's called the Law Follies. Maybe you'd like to join us. It would be great if you could just drop in. Okay, look, we got to clear the books.
But you're still going to the White House next week, right?
No, I said clear everything. So, which guy says I'm a big deal? I am, but fun guy.
When is it?
Sunday the 14th, I think. It's Sunday the 14th.
14th is a Saturday.
Oh my God, Saturday. Oh
my God!
What are we gonna do? We gotta get to the Isabel Bader Theater right away.
What?
LaGuardia. We're going to LaGuardia on the way to the Isabel Bader. JV, it's Bob. I'm coming in hot. Get the band ready. I need everything to happen.
Please welcome, all the way from New York City, His Excellency, Ambassador Bob Ray.
Faculty of Music Band, I mean, they're playing for us there. So everyone who thinks they're famous, please stand up and be recognized by everyone else. Deans, many senior great faculty who are here, students who are here from the 1950s onwards. I see my friend Herb Solway, Lionel Shipper, best friends then, best friends now. We have such an incredible gathering of people. I am, all kidding aside, I'm really very honored to have been given the opportunity to introduce this great night. I actually do have a half-hour speech. I mean, the dean said she was only kidding when she said there wouldn't be any serious speeches here tonight, but luckily it's not going to be given by me. It's actually Second City, I think, who's performing the serious part of the evening. It's going to be a great night. We're going to hear from everybody. We're going to hear from all of the former deans of the law school who are with us tonight. It's just great to have everybody here. Some incredible performances. Rob Pritchard, after many years of refusing to do so, is actually going to sing and perform and do a magic act for us, which is really out of character, but everyone's agreed to sort of get in the game and make a bit of a fool of themselves. It's going to be special. The current dean, of course, is famous for this plate thing that she does in this Dutch china, going blue and white, going round and round. It's really quite spectacular. You have to read it for that. And for those of us who took courses from Marty Friedland, he's going to repeat the hypnosis act, which we used to do in lectures. But it's going to be cut a little bit short. It's only going to be 30 minutes as opposed to the 55 minutes, which is the standard law school lecture. It's a chance to have some fun. I think we've all been deeply affected by our life in the law school, certainly on an ongoing basis as we get those every 3 day, 72-hour cycle fundraising letters from the law school. It's a way of just connecting with the school and knowing who everybody is and joining in the great fun. But we are really grateful, all of us, to be able to say that we're U of T grads. And although everyone likes to say it, we really are part of the best law school in Canada. I think the best law school in the world, and I'm delighted to be able to join you. We're going to have a whole bunch of different shows and acts and skits, many of them written by the people who are performing them, except for this one, of course, which was prepared by the Colbert Late Show group who pulled it all together really very quickly. I'm just so proud to be able to join you, be part of this group, part of the gathering, and here we go. It's going to be a very fun night, and it now gives me a great honor to introduce what I think is probably the funniest moment of the evening. It's hard to tell because we've been through the rehearsals all afternoon. Which for me, when I'm a public servant, didn't matter, but for the billable hours given up by some of the law school talent is amazing. When I was in private practice, I said my memoirs of my private practice were going to be called "This Hour Has 92 Minutes." But we're going to hear now from this dramatically exciting speech from the president of the university, who's present giving us a video tonight. Thank you very much. Let's have fun tonight.
Pleasure to offer a few words in celebration of the 75th anniversary of the Faculty of Law. The University of Toronto's modern law school has its roots in a steadfast commitment to excellence in teaching and learning. When Cecil Caesar Wright became dean of the law school in 1949, he championed the vision of full-time legal education that draws on the pedagogical and research strengths of a university. This approach rejected the apprenticeship model of that other law school down the road. It was an inspired, courageous, and it turns out prescient move. And it started the Faculty of Law on its extraordinary trajectory. A series of brilliant deans, many of whom I understand are here this evening, have carried on and amplified that tradition of excellence. Students have graduated from the Faculty of Law, becoming lawyers, jurists, societal leaders, and change makers of every stripe. They include a former prime minister, several premiers, justices on the Supreme Court bench, mayors, the current president of Johns Hopkins, and a couple of former presidents of U of T. Though not technically a graduate of the school, I'm counting you here, Frank. The U of T law community has played a key role in many cases that changed Canadian society forever, including landmark victories on same-sex marriage and the proposition that everyone should have access to justice. Legal scholarship from this community is cited in Canadian public policy more often than any other institution in Canada. Indeed, your advice is frequently sought by governments, NGOs, public commissions, and private enterprise around the world. In short, the Faculty of Law is dedicated to creating a more prosperous, resilient, and equitable world for all. It's an extraordinary record. The law school's faculty, staff, alumni, and students are part of this remarkable legacy of excellence that stretches back 75 years. They're a source of excitement, optimism, and inspiration as we look to the future. To the entire law school community, congratulations and thank you.
In a time-honored tradition, reminiscent of the final act in the White House of the President of the United States, outgoing deans of the Faculty of Law leave a letter to their successor. For decades, these private letters of candor, advice, and encouragement have been a closely guarded secret. Until tonight. Please welcome the deans.
Marty Friedland, and this is the note that I received from my predecessor, Ronnie McDonald. Dear Marty, I'm not surprised that you're my successor. As a graduate of the law school, the first to be appointed dean, you know where all the bodies are buried. And good to have your lovely wife, Judy, available to pour tea at law school functions. I should add that, as you know, the previous deans, W.P.M. Kennedy and Caesar Wright, are not with us, but I'm sure they would support your appointment, like solid 80 to 95% sure. Those deans were fascinating characters. Someone should write a biography of Kennedy. All the best, Ronnie.
Dear Frank, this is my letter. I'm delighted that you will be the next dean of the law school. It was fortunate that we got to know each other well at Cambridge and that I could recommend you to Caesar for a faculty position. Your role as associate dean, as you know, was instrumental in helping build the present law school, and your wit and humor helped us achieve our goals. Becoming the goalie of the male faculty hockey team, even though you had never put on skates before, helped us hold our own against the women's hockey team. Most importantly, as Ronnie said to me when I was appointed dean, you know where all the bodies are buried. I predict a great future for you, maybe even becoming a judge. I wonder what will become of your youngest, Edward. He seems like a bright kid. Your friend and Yahtzee partner, Marty. Let me just add a postscript. Marty has been my friend for 63 years. He's been a very special friend. But you can blame me for any suffering that you suffered from me because Caesar It was Marty who gave me the recommendation. Caesar just followed Marty, so I apologize on behalf of Marty for what you went through. Thank you.
Dear J. Robert S., I'm thrilled to leave office and provide you with unsolicited advice as you assume the decanal leadership of the faculty. The first point is to take the position seriously, but not yourself. The job is important, but you're not. And the job is mainly helping support your colleagues do better by your support, encouragement, and guidance, all of which is mainly for the benefit of the students. To me, the dean is both a leader and a servant. Essential qualities for a dean are empathy, collegiality, and a sense of humor. Since you don't have one, rent one. All the best. All the best. Big Papa Frank.
My name is Robert Sharp, and this is the letter that Rob Pritchard left for me. Dear Bob, be ambitious for the faculty. Follow the model of Friedland and Yakabuchi of treating the president and Simcoe Hall with apparent kindness and respect while making extravagant demands for additional resources. Ask them again for more. Rinse and repeat. The new president, no doubt, doesn't deserve either kindness or respect, unlike his predecessors. But honey is still the best way to attract bees. Make him feel good, and he will treat the faculty well. Remember, he knows where the skeletons are buried. With the profession, make every firm feel it is the most favored by the law school, and then reach out to them for lots of resources. Rinse and repeat. Don't focus too much on that new library. One of your successors will likely tear it down to build a better one. J. Robert S. Pritchard.
So I'm Ron Daniels and delighted to be back here tonight. And here's the letter I've received from Bob Sharp. Dear Ron, congratulations on taking over the helm. Are you old enough to have this job? Are you old enough to drive? Anyway, I won't judge. Here's some advice. Get used to administrative chaos. Your job is worse than herding cats. The cats you're trying to herd are very smart, have strong opinions, and think they're always right. When delivering bad or contentious news, always arrange to be away for a few days afterwards to let things cool down. Keep a good supply of Kleenex in your office. You'll be surprised how often people cry. You'll be surprised how often you will cry. When arranging the agenda for faculty council meetings, make sure you start with lots of routine, boring issues and leave the contentious issues for the end when there's little time for debate and most people have left out of boredom. You'll be a natural. Learn how to sound positive even when you have to say no. Go get 'em, Bob.
This is my letter from Ron Daniels. Dear Mail, congratulations. You bring to this wonderful institution so many firsts. The first woman to hold office, the first dean, thank you. The first dean to have an SJD degree, and the first Mayo to be born in Juneau. I didn't write it. I know the challenges of leading a great law school may feel overwhelming, but don't worry. You have many colleagues who can be counted on to tell you what you need, not what you want. I remember when this first happened to me. Having been announced dean only hours earlier, your dear friend, Karen Knopp, who we all miss, told me that there was this thing. It was called the World Wide Web. I should look into it and maybe get to know something about it, maybe hook up some of our colleagues' computers into that thing called the World Wide Web. I was skeptical, but I'm glad I followed her advice. And don't worry, the job comes with great perks. like Space 211 in the parking lot between Faulkner and Flavel. And I think you should get a new car. Maybe a version of the white Chrysler minivan with faux wood paneling that I parked there for years. Nobody ever tried to take it, no carjackings, no thieves. And another perk, the dean's private washroom. Be warned, the toilet seat may not actually go down. In fact, I'm not sure there is one. Yeah, no surprise. But Joanne, thank you, Joanne, suggests that maybe you should invest in one, and she thinks that if you talk to the president of the university, there may be some funding in the president's discretionary funds for this important expenditure. Go get 'em, kid. Ron.
So I'm Ed Yagabuchi, and this is the letter that I received from Mayo. Dear Ed, congratulations. I didn't quite get the building construction finished, but I saved the interior decoration phase for you. I know how much you love your HGTV and want you to have fun with it. Students have told me the best thing I ever did for the law school was to create doggy days. If you haven't got a dog, I strongly suggest you get one. A bull mastiff would suit you. Or what about a cat? Maybe considering adding a cat cafe. That would be a meowsing. Don't blame me. Speaking of food, the other big hit I had was Mayo's Muffin Madness. Of course, you'll want to rebrand it for yourself. Ed's Excellent Edibles has a nice ring to it. Yak Snacks, a little better. And could signal that you want the law school to be a bit more laid back. Students are fantastic, but they can be tough critics. I remember an article about me and Ultravirus that asked the challenging question, does Mayo cut her own bangs? Embarrassingly, the answer was yes, and sometimes I did get a little carried away. Apologies for bringing up hair. You'll love having the kids sneak out the bathroom window to watch the Santa Claus parade, and you'll love the amazing faculty, staff, and students. And I know that you'll love doing what our predecessors have called the greatest job in the world. Wishing you the very best, Mayo.
My letter from Ed is in all caps. I don't know what that means. Dear Jutta, congratulations. Delighted that you will take the helm. I have one word of caution. The adulation one gets as dean takes some getting used to. An example, the emperors of ancient Rome, when celebrating in triumphal parades before adoring crowds, would have someone whispering in their ear, memento mori. Remember, you too will die. It is presumably out of concern that all the admiration would go to my head that various colleagues took it upon themselves to play the role of these faithful servants, loyally and thoughtfully keeping me grounded by reminding me in a variety of ways that I too will die. Aside from this caution, I will simply say that if you ever would appreciate my perspective on a decanal decision, like how to deal with the university budget model or with mold in the basement of Flavel, do not hesitate to get in touch with me. I should perhaps add that I generally rely on carrier pigeons, and carrier pigeons alone, these days for communications. I will be pleased to respond immediately whenever I hear from your pigeon. I heard somebody else tell me that deans are like cats, they have 9 lives, so I hope I have a few left, but this letter was sincerely from Ed.
Hi there, I'm delighted to send congratulations to all of you at the U of T Faculty of Law as we celebrate the law school's 75th anniversary. I've said it before, without hesitation, this is Canada's best law school. As a graduate from U of T's law school, the class of 1998, I say that with direct first-hand knowledge. This school cemented my passion for the law and prepared me for the work I did as a litigator until 2015 and the work I've done since then as a parliamentarian and now as the Minister of Justice and Attorney General of Canada. We live undoubtedly in challenging times. They demand strong democratic institutions and a robust justice system served by thoughtful, passionate legal professionals, the kind of people that U of T Law produces every single year. I'm proud and humbled to know that I share an alma mater with so many eminent legal minds, political individuals, and academic leaders. Our country is better for the work of U of T Law. As you embark on your journey for the next 75 years, I know that this law faculty will not just face the challenges the future holds, but will rise above them. Congratulations once again, very sincerely, and enjoy this incredible celebration. Happy 75th to U of T Law.
Thanks very much. I actually got 3 envelopes when I became Premier, quite separate ones from David Peterson's handwriting. The first one says, when you face your first crisis, open this envelope. And it simply said, dear Bob, blame me. So, of course, it followed the instructions. And the second envelope, when the heading said, the next crisis, please open. So I opened it. It said, blame the feds, which, of course, I did. And then for a while, I didn't have to open envelopes. It seemed like a strange, very easy, as you remember, placid period between 1990 and 1995. But there did come a couple of moments when I looked at it. I decided not to. I waited until pretty close to 1994, and the third envelope said, please open when you face your crisis. I did. It said, prepare 3 new envelopes. Our next skit, sorry, I added that. That wasn't in the rehearsal. They wouldn't have let me do it if I. And we're now going to play a really tremendous game, which I think will baffle all of you. It's run by an actual former Jeopardy champion who happens to be a professor at the law school, Anthony Niblett. Please welcome Anthony and the team.
Hello, 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 hello. Hello, welcome. Welcome to Are You Smarter Than a 1L Student, the game show, where we bring U of T alums back to the law school and ask, are you smarter than a 1L student? For this very special edition, we have 4 very successful alums. Please put your hands together and create energy in the form of sound for our 4 brave contestants, Ashley Chian, Liam Thompson, Rachel Sklar, and Jeff McKay. Let's meet the contestants. Ashley Chian, class of 2021. Now, Ashley, I've been told that you have a rather amusing story from your small group. Is that correct?
Yes, I do.
Great. Okay. Next up, we've got Liam Thompson, class of 2020, gold medalist in an under-11 high jump competition last week. Liam is a very successful criminal lawyer. Congratulations, Liam, and to any of the clients out in the audience. Liam, criminal law. What was your favorite 1L subject?
Well, Anthony, as a criminal lawyer, I know I'm not obligated to tell you anything.
That's fair enough. Okay, next we come to Rachel Sklar, class of 1998, co-valedictorian with Arif Virani. Rachel, welcome back. Do you have fond memories of the law school?
I have so many fond memories of the law school. I love law school so much. My mom also went to the law school. I love Law Follies and Moot Court and the Dean's Barbecue and Jake's Barbecue. And I love hanging out in the Rotunda and hanging out at Bora's Head. I love law school.
Oh, you really love the law. And what's it like to practice law?
Oh God, I don't practice.
Jeff McKay is here, ladies and gentlemen. Jeff McKay, class of 1988. And I was reading your Wikipedia page, Jeff, and I have to say, it makes for some tremendously impressive reading. Jeff McKay, Order of Canada, 4 honorary degrees, 19 books.
Alex, I don't think that's my Wikipedia page.
That's not your Wikipedia page. Okay, are you the Jeff McKay that is a judge in Saskatchewan?
No.
Are you the Australian rules footballer?
Still no.
Prime Minister of Barbados, 1951 to 53?
Really no.
Are you Jeff McKay, the birth name of Lil Nasty Face, the controversial rapper who recently opened for Dr. Dre?
That's me.
Jeff McKay, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's play. Question number 1 goes to Liam and Ashley. Are you ready? Round 1 is constitutional law. I asked every 1L student, and only 4% got this question correct. It's a toughie. Here is your question. Only 4% got this right. First discussed in the Supreme Court decision R versus Oakes, what is the name given to the test that assesses whether law limiting rights under the Canadian Charter is justified? First discussed in the Supreme Court decision R versus Oakes, what is the name given to that test? Is it the Oakes test? Liam and Ashley, ladies and gentlemen.
What an Oakes test.
For Rachel and Jeff, your question comes from property law. 97% of 1L students got the following question correct. 97%. Here is your question. In the best-selling video game, Eternal Sledgehammer of Justice 4, there is a hidden quest that can only be accessed by solving a complex riddle involving a specific book. What is the name of this quest? And which book must be read to start it?
This is a property law question?
Jeff, you have to realize most of our faculty are philosophers. We haven't taught law in years.
Okay, the book, I'm gonna say the book is Hillbilly Elegy.
I'm afraid that is incorrect. The name of the quest...
Palsgraf versus Long Island Railroad?
And that is also correct.
Good answer!
I'm afraid not. The correct answer, the quest was The Quest of Folklore and Mythology, and the book is The Idea of Private Law by Weinrib. Round 2, we come back to Liam and Ashley. It's a bit of a toughie. I asked every single 1L student, one person knew it. In the negligence case, Donahue and Stevenson, the plaintiffs suffered shock after seeing which shelled gastropod fall from her ginger beer.
Really? Are you kidding?
I think it might be the Oakes test.
No. Well, let's see. The most common shelled gastropod in Scotland in 1928 would have been the Cornumispersum of the Helicidae family. Well, it could be the Sepia hortensis, but it was more likely the Cornumispersum.
Okay, why use one word when you can use 50? I am told that you did get the correct answer, but just snail, Ashley. It's just a snail. Snail. Coming back to you. Now, Jeff and Rachel, if you get this one wrong, we are going to have to say goodnight to you. Fortunately, it's an easy one. 100% of 1L students got this right. Every single 1L student knows the answer to this question. Here it is. Which Bulgarian-born TikTok influencer and YouTuber famously bizzed off with Mucky G and MC Thwack in the Pucklepong Fizzle Fest at San Diego Comic-Con in July this year?
If we say wine rib, do we need to specify which wine rib?
There is no need to start right now. But I can just warn you later, I just let you know that you do have a lifeline. Tonight, the lifeline, we're legally not allowed to call it phone a friend, but we do have Dial a Dean. And tonight, the Dean that I have on speed dial is... Pritchard! It's Marty Friedland, ladies and gentlemen. Please, put your hands together for Marty Friedland. Marty, which Bulgarian-born TikTok influencer and YouTuber famously bizzed off with Mucky G and MC Thwack in the Puckle Pong Fizzle Fest at San Diego Comic-Con in July this year?
I think it is Dmitry Petrov.
Oh, it's a big call from the nonagenarian former dean. Of all the Bulgarian-born TikTok influencers he knows, he's gone for Dmitry Petrov. Would you like to go with Marty, or would you like to go with your own answer?
Regis, I think our final answer is wine rib.
Wine rib?
Wine rib, because 3 is better than 1.
You should have gone with Party with Marty. It was Dmitry Petrov, so we are going to have to say goodnight to you. I'm sorry, but don't worry, you do not go home empty-handed. I'm told you do go home empty-handed. I'm very sorry, but at least
Wait. What about the B curve? Don't we at least get a B?
Rachel, Jeff, you got 0 questions correct. Of course you still pass. And to our winners, Liam and Ashley, congratulations. You have won tonight's grand prize. Liam, Ashley, both of you are going to be on the list of Best Lawyers of 2025 next year. What's that? They're both on there already. What do you mean, every lawyer in Canada? And their mother.
You mean I'm on the list too?
Jeff, congrats.
My mom's on the list.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. Are you smarter than a 1L student? Thank you to all the contestants.
So long story short, we won the appeal, but I never did get my bicycle.
Amazing, fantastic, what great insight. Well, thank you all for taking the time to put on this amazing alumni panel on professional communication here for our law students today at the faculty. We're running short on time, but do you have any parting wisdom? Maybe one key piece of advice that our students should take when leaving law school and entering legal practice?
Well, it's hard to pick just one, but as my colleagues can surely attest, one of the most important things about being a lawyer is brevity and conciseness. Everyone's time is valuable. So if you can make your point in a clear, concise, short, sweet, very brief fashion, it is incredibly valuable to everyone. Come in.
Here is the research memo.
As a judge, I'm always trying to prioritize form over function in my decisions. I'm always sure to emphasize to my clerks, it's more important to be insightful and accurate than it is to use flowery, pretty language.
Hey kid, come in here. Here are my notes on the decision. Now, everywhere you have a colon, I want to see straight quotes, not curly, and if there's a single sentence that doesn't start with 2 spaces after a period, you'll never clerk in this town again. Dismissed.
But what law school really teaches you, when push comes to shove, is how to think like a lawyer. And that's what I always fall back on in times of crisis.
Atticus, man. They told me if I don't take the plea deal, they're gonna lock me up and throw away the key. What should I do?
It depends.
What do I tell my children?
It depends.
Are you even listening to what I'm saying? You're gonna say it depends?
Well, it really does depend.
Okay, Mr. Dean, it looks like you've got the last word.
Folks, it's not just about what you're communicating, but who you're communicating with. And something that you shouldn't underestimate is the value of your peers, of this amazing U of T community, and the community that you're going to be a part of when you go forth as a U of T alumnus. Well, first of all, thanks for coming in for the interview. I see here you're a U of T alumnus.
Yes, of course. And yourself?
Class of '89. Come on, bring it in. Bring it in. It's okay. It's okay. You made it. You made it. They can't break you anymore.
Very nice. Well, that concludes our presentation today. Thank you again to our amazing panelists, and I'll see you all again next week for the next session in our speaker series when Bob Gray is going to sing us a song for some reason.
Please welcome the Honorable Anita Anand.
Hi, everybody. Bonjour tout le monde. Of course, being in government, I need to speak both official languages, so bonjour tout le monde. I wanted to just welcome everybody here tonight, obviously, but also hark back to my days as an LLM student here with Michael Trebilco, actually, working under him, and I know many of us are missing him this evening. I also, when I was hired here, thank you, Mayo, for your faith in me, I was also Associate Dean, and at that time, I used to think about having an initiative called the Fun Initiative, and I can see that this is actually happening tonight, so amazing. I also wanted to just pay tribute to the many visionaries and leaders of our country who are here tonight. Of course, Ron Daniels from Johns Hopkins. Ron, so great to see you. Frank Iacobucci, Marty Freeland, Justice Abella. It's just Rob Pritchard and Justice Sharp. The list goes on. And I'll just say it's an honor to know you, and it's really wonderful to see you all here this evening. So many great Canadians in this room. And I know that one thing that brings us all together is that we share a deep love and affection for the University of Toronto Law School. And so we all broke down barriers to get here tonight. And most importantly, the students who are here this evening and the students of the law school today and in years past. We know that this legal education provides a foundation for so many things that we are doing in our lives. And I'll just say, one of the things that allows us to go forward and contribute to this incredible country is to draw as deeply as possible on the classes and the experiences and the extracurricular activities that are home to U of T Law School. With that in mind, and with a nod of gratitude to my former professors and colleagues, I am delighted to present a sketch with some of our favorite law professors. This is Then and Now. Thank you.
Oh. Okay, thank you for coming. I want to call this faculty meeting to order. Arnie, what's that?
This is my property case book. It's thin. That's because it only has one case in it, INS and AP.
I was hoping I could get through a whole day without talking about INS and AP. But look, the purpose of our meeting today is to consider a petition from the students. They want to reduce the number of credits they have to do every year in order that they can spend more time on firm visits and drinking and eating off the firm's largesse. So they want to go down from 25 credits a year to only 20.
It's totally ridiculous. When I was a law student, I used to take the minimum 40 credits every single year, and there's been no scientific proof that's caused me any long-term damage.
No scientific proof.
40 credits. Well, I wish. When I was a law student, we had to do 50 a year, and no course was worth more than 3 credits.
Let me tell you about my day. We had to take 50 credits also, but at least half of them had to be in intellectual property law.
Dude, you had it so easy. In my day, we had to take 2/3 of our courses in family law. Screaming, yelling, the most depressing course in the world.
Well, when I was a law student, we had to take all of our credits in tax law, U.S. income tax law, Canadian income tax law, French income tax law, German income tax law, Uzbek income tax law, and Albanian income tax law.
Did you do all your courses in English?
Yeah, they were all in English, yeah.
Oh, gee. We had to learn the tax law of Canada, France, and Germany in French and German, as well as English, and do a 3-day take-home exam in French, answering questions that were written in German. and what's doing now with exams on computers? We just had a ballpoint pen and paper.
I'd have given anything to have a ballpoint pen and paper. In my day, we were using quill on papyrus, and guess what? We had to actually grow the reeds for the papyrus ourselves.
You had a quill? Well, in my day, we had to chisel our exams and papers onto stone tablets. One time, when I was writing a 3-day take-home, I wore out 4 chisels.
Oh, so easy. All of our exams were 3-day take-home exams, and we started on April 1st, even before classes had ended, and we had to do 10 3-day take-homes seriatim, one after the other, for the entire month of April.
Were you given exam questions?
Yeah, we had exam questions we had to answer.
Luxury. Our exams didn't have questions. We just had to write what we knew in the hope that it somehow responded to a question that the professor had in mind.
Gee, professors. You're lucky to have professors, Jim. When I was in law school, I was the only whiner around, so I had to teach myself.
Well, when I was in law school, there were no wine rips. I had to go to the library, read 10 books, 20 articles, and 100 cases for each course every day. And at the end of the year, we had to write a 50-page paper summarizing the main points.
Yeah, but 50 pages double-spaced.
Well, yeah, but on a stone tablet.
That sounds so easy. We had to do 50 tablet papers, single-spaced. Every course had an exam and a paper, okay? And we did have professors, but all they did was tell us wrong answers to see if we actually understood the material.
Oh, we used to dream of having professors that told us the wrong things. We couldn't understand anything our professor said.
Well, I went to a really traditional law school, and we had it a little tougher. I used to go to the library for 15 hours every day, read every relevant case in every course, memorize them all so I could repeat everything I knew in a month-long oral exam, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And if I fell asleep, I'd fail and have to start all over again.
You had a library?
Sure. Sure, yeah. Didn't you?
Well, not until we built one with our bare hands. I mean, imagine nowadays doing construction work with power tools. Right, look. We had to get up at 11 p.m. at night, half an hour before we went to bed. work all night building the library with our bare hands, spent all day in classes taking notes by chiseling them onto stone tablets. We had to learn all of Roman law, the Code of Hammurabi, and the criminal law of every European country. The exams were so long that we had to start writing them in August before the term started. And the degree was 5 years long, if we passed, which nobody did.
And you try telling the students today that, and they won't believe you.
No,
They don't believe you. They just won't believe you. There's no way.
The Right Honorable Bora Laskin, lawyer, professor, jurist, legend. He graduated with the gold medal at U of T in 1936 and added a Master of Laws from Harvard in 1937. He was the first Jewish Justice and Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of Canada and a driving force behind the fight against anti-Semitism and a champion for equality. He constantly fought for a better Canada, even if it meant a decision in dissent. In recognition of his distinguished career and his support of the Faculty of Law, a library was named in his honor, and a bust of his head placed proudly outside its doors. But this isn't just any sculpture, it's a compass. When making plans to study or to meet for lunch, students and staff need only ask the time to meet, as they all know very well where they will be meeting. Bora's head. Besides a compass, Bora's head is a friend and good listener, and many students swear he's good luck. It's been said that one path to success is to whisper your name into the left ear of Bora's head. This ensures that the gods of fate will remember you fondly when the time comes to determine your grades. Another technique is to offer a kiss on the cheek while thinking of the subject that you're most terrified of, unless it's constitutional law, in which case you must kiss both cheeks. Whether you're a professor begging Bora for a favorable teaching schedule, or you're meeting classmates to debate the virtues of human rights law versus regulatory insurance law, one thing is certain, you'll always find what you're looking for at Bora's head.
And now it gives me a great pleasure to introduce an all-star group from the Second City alumni. Please welcome Paul Constable, Paul Bates, Jan Caruana, and Jordan Armstrong on the piano. Doing a great job.
Bob? Oh, yeah. Just fist bump Bob Ray, everybody. How's everybody doing? Doing all right? Nice to see you all. This is Jan. Hi. This is Paul. I'm Paul as well. There's Jordan. And we're going to do a little bit of improv for you. Improv, if you haven't seen it before, is just making things up on the spot based on information we get from the audience. And so to do that, I'm going to want to talk to somebody from the audience. I just need to know, is there anybody here who is or has been a law student? Anybody? You have. Come on up. Come on up here. A big hand. Here you go. Have a seat right here. And here's a microphone for you, so I'll stand back so I don't make feedback. But what's your name? I'm Bryn. Bryn, nice to meet you. A big hand for Bryn, everybody. Bryn, are you currently a student at U of T?
I am. I'm in 3L.
3L? Wow. I don't know what that means. But 3L sounds really important. It sounds like it is maybe the third L?
You got it.
Oh, great. Okay, great. So, Bryn, we're going to present a little bit of a scene about the life of a law student. So we're going to need some information from you, okay? What kind of law do you study?
All of the kinds right now.
All of the kinds. That's the L in that is the two L's of all. Is that the okay? So all of the kinds of law. It's general law. What do you love about being a law student?
I love the opportunity to study really challenging problems for which there is rarely one right answer.
Wow, that's complex. We don't have time to really unpack that.
I'm not even sure I fully understood it.
Yeah, the opportunities to what was it again? To
study really complex problems
for which there are no answers.
Yep.
Yeah. And what is something that is really, what's the hardest thing about being a law student?
Probably the amount of reading.
Amount of reading? Oh yeah, that's what kept me out. And the amount of reading. And finally, Bryn, what is your dream? When you graduate with full L's, what is your dream? How do you want to use what you've learned here? What do you want to do for the world?
I want to practice litigation, so solve some of those problems that seem very difficult to solve.
That's fantastic. Wonderful. Absolutely.
Can I ask a question? Can I ask a question?
Yes.
What is L? Don't tell me it's something that doesn't have an answer.
No, it's, as far as I know, law, like third year law school.
You're in your third year of law, so 3L,
yes.
and there are 4 L's?
Just 3.
Three? So you're in your last
And you know
L.
This is the final L. Wow, congratulations.
You're now 1 L in. That's how good that is.
Yeah.
That's the first L.
Fourth L is life.
That's right.
Okay, so,
That's true.
Yeah, it's good.
All right. What we're going to do.
Oh, we are going to do now
Yeah.
a scene about the life of a law student in song.
Oh, okay.
Here we go.
All right. I'll whisper into your ear for good luck, because I still don't know what the 4th L is. You're that, I wasn't paying attention to the video, but you're that head that everyone touches.
I think it was called Bora.
Bora.
Bora's head.
Hey, Jen. Fancy meeting you here at the U of T Law School. What L are you on?
I'm all the L's, 'cause I'm living life. I never wanna go back. I'm gonna solve those problems that are giving brains a brain heart attack.
I got a problem. I don't know what the 5th L is. I've looked to liberty, law, love, and life, but my brain is like a sieve. That was a really tough rhyme, but I got there right on time. Do you know what the 5th L is? Do you know what the 5th L is?
The 5th L's love.
It's love?
The 5th L's love. Don't touch me, there's
Oh, sorry.
Hang on 1 second though. You forgot about an important L, which is called literature.
It's the ghost of that Bora guy.
Don't forget to read those books. You know what I'm saying? You won't graduate unless you read every single book on that list, or if you're like me, just fake it.
I feel like Bora's raging, 'cause I'm turning pages and I'm reading above my station. I know the score, but I'm learning more, 'cause I gotta get to my litigation.
Gotta get to your litigation.
Get to your litigation. Get to your litigation. Gonna solve litigations, problem with all the L's.
Guys, there's an unsolvable problem that only we know the answer to. Let's go litigate. Come on, guys.
Jordan Armstrong, everybody!
You guys probably know me as that guy, the original MC of the Law Follies. Well, I want you to know, not much has changed. Happy 75th, U of T Law.
judge, justice.
How did we graduate? How smart you
In my case, slowly. It was a slow process.
Did you do all the L's?
What the L?
And you litigated too.
In a way, and also was the subject of litigation. Yeah, you look terrific.
You were such a geek.
I was a geek, very nerdy, but I think it's interesting. Sometimes things, it's like, as they say, like fine wine, things get better. Look, we look terrific but even now, I think we look even more. You look marvelous, marvelous.
Why are you dyeing your hair gray?
It's just sort of happened. It's called being premier, is what it really is. It's sort of what happened to me.
You did well.
Yeah, wait.
You did well.
Well, don't start an argument. Don't start.
Muzzle talk.
Thank you. I actually understand that. I got lessons at home, and so it works out. And I just wanted to ask you a bit of a personal question, because you look so terrific.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah.
So do you.
Well, no,
Is
not
it
really.
your job? It's such an easy job.
It's an easy job. There's no worries involved. I coast a lot. But I'm just wondering, and I was just thinking about this as a result of all the things I've been looking at on television last season. Do you have any kind of a fitness plan? Do you have a fitness plan? Like, do you do that?
Yeah, I walked up those stairs.
Good.
Myself.
You're good.
And I'm going to go back.
Yeah.
That's it for today.
Yeah, that's it. That'll be good.
You got to save your strength for retirement. It takes a lot of energy.
What the hell is retirement? But the thing that I find interesting is I don't actually have a plan, a fitness plan.
No?
No, but I have a concept. The thing about these reunions is that it's all so much fun seeing so many other people.
It is.
It is. It's great.
And they look good, don't they?
Yeah, they look a little older than I do, but they look.
They are older than you.
No, but they look terrific, and I think there's sort of a bit of a tune, a bit of a song that kind of sums up, what we might be able to do. I know there was a couple of cheap shots about my singing, but my swimming is my singing is better than my swimming.
That's good.
Some of you will know what that means. Am I jumping in lakes? Don't do that. Don't go there.
So are you going to play now?
No, I'm going to play a little bit. I think that's like everybody knows the words to this song, or if they don't, they can fake it. It's a wonderful song, sung by Vera Lynn.
We'll meet again.
We'll meet again.
Can I help?
You can definitely help, but I just got to get us started here. You've got your thing there.
I'm a graduate of the conservatory, so
I know, but you're down. So would you like to start us off? No, you've got to hold the string. Otherwise you stop the sound. Okay, go for it.
No, you first.
Okay, so I learned it all week. I was practicing all week.
Okay.
And I did it in C, but then they switched it to D. And you know what that did to me?
Wait, can you do it in L?
No, L, no. But the progress from C to D, that was my property law class that I took in 1974. That was really awful. Anyway, here we go. D. We'll meet again.
We'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Keep shining through Please say hello to the folks that I know. Tell them I won't be long. They'll be happy to know that as you so they go, I would sing in this song. We'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know where, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day.
So, I know you might not think, oh, can you hear me? You might not think this is a big deal, but I'm going to be the MC of the Laskin Follies. I know, I can tell from your face, I can tell from the way you're reacting. I know you think it's a big deal. Thank you.
If you need assistance traveling to the Jackman Law Building, please see our front of house staff to arrange complimentary transportation.